Hey folks, it's Bluegrass Survival, coming at you with a knife review. Today we are taking a look at the Grylls Ultimate Pro Fixed Blade. This knife here, overall length is 10 inches. Blade length is 4.8 inches. It's got the little notch up here for the ferrocerium rod. Weight with the sheath is 13.7 ounces. The steel on the Grylls Ultimate Pro knife is a 9CR19 MOV. A lot of you guys know that this steel is made in China. The handle material here is a TPE overmold. Now, as you folks can see here, this is a full tang knife, and it is, at my understanding, is it's pinned and welded to this pommel here, this stainless steel pommel. A few things about this knife. First off, it comes with a ferrocerium rod, or some people like to call it a fire rod, which is fine too. Comes with a small whistle. Honestly, the whistle isn't all that great. I've tried it. I wasn't very impressed. Has the priorities of survival that pops out of this thing, if you can pull it out, but there we go. This thing is not easy to get out of here. It's probably a good thing they had this orange ribbon. But I know you guys have seen this guy like a million times. It comes with like every BG item that you buy. Personally, a lot of this information in this guide would really not help you in this situation. A few things in there would work, but most of it, not a good idea. Probably not something you want to rely on in a SHTF situation. Honestly, in my opinion, people should go out and get proper training in survival and learn from a certified instructor and learn about the surroundings you live in, because in a situation you're probably going to be, living off the land that you're at. The woods and the trees and stuff like that that you have to deal with every day, that's your surroundings and your habitat, and you should be familiar with it. But enough of that. Talked about the knife here. My opinion on this, there are better knives. If you've seen my first video on the Falknaven A1, that is my favorite knife. Probably in my collection right now. That thing is just a beast. It's beautiful to look at, yet that laminated VG10 is just, it's tough. It's a tough knife. It feels good in the hand. It really hits that mark with me. Now, not everyone has $200 to spend on a knife. This knife here cost about $64 or so. Would it be something that I would want to bet my life on? Well, I think that question you need to ask yourself. Would you want to bet your life on a $64 knife? Personally, for me, there are better knives. There are better knives out there. And if I had to trust my life to a blade, I have an SE5 and a Falknaven in my collection, and those would probably be the knives that I would bet my life on more than anything, because both of them are 1/4 of an inch thick. They're not going to fail me. I know that in my heart. This wouldn't be a bad knife for like a emergency get home bag, maybe. You know, a camp knife, maybe a first knife for, you know, a child or something. You know, it probably wouldn't be a bad knife, you know, to get if you're just getting into bushcraft. I mean, you don't want to go out here and spend several $100s on something you probably won't stick with. As for the knife, I mean, Gerber does have a great warranty. If something was to happen to this knife, they would replace it. I had a problem with the strong arm that I ordered where the grind was very messed up on it, and where they put the handle on the strong arm, it had some heat marks right here. I didn't particularly like that and thought that, you know, if I'm buying a brand new knife, it shouldn't have that on there, so I sent it back, and within a week or two, I had a brand new strong arm. So, thank you, Gerber. You did stand behind your product. Do I think this thing is worth $64? Well, honestly, I think a lot of the money that you pay for this, you're buying Bear Grylls' name. It's like going out and buying designer tennis shoes or whatever, but that's something I'm not even going to touch. Does it work? Yeah, it does work. It came razor sharp. I had played with the fire steel a little bit. It does spark. The sheath, well, let's have a look at the sheath here. It does have a thing back here you can sharpen your knife with if you're out in the field. Personally, I don't like these kind of sharpeners. It's not something I would depend on. In an emergency, for someone who does not have sharpening skills, this would be great. I mean, this is all you had. You got to make use of what you do have. The carry options on this thing are very limited. You have this little thing right here for putting a belt through it. Is that MOLLE compatible? Nope. Could you probably make it that way? Yeah. I mean, with some paracord and some patience, you can do just about anything if you put your mind to it. I guess the $1,000,000 question is, would I recommend this? Well, there are better knives out there, and that's really a question you have to ask yourself. Do I have anything against Bear Grylls? Nope. I don't have anything against the man at all. You know, he's accomplished some great things in his life. Do I take his show seriously? Not really. It's a lot of stunts, a lot of stuff that you should probably never attempt to do in a survival situation. And, you know, and there you go. Anyway, thank you folks for joining me. And remember, it's not what you got, it's what you know.